Somewhere around the Haply office, there's something I want to show you. I'll have to steal it away for a few seconds because it's still in progress, but it's well worth talking about. It's what we've been talking about for the last few months. Designing the mouse for 3D. 3D mouse, 3D mouse, 3D mouse, 3D mouse. Social media hype aside, let's take a look at the first prototype of the 3D mouse. Just move this conveniently placed phone. We call it the MinVerse. It is essentially a miniature version of the Inverse 3, our flagship device, hence the name. Also, let's ignore these cables, they're purely just to light up the front panel. Other than being slimmer and smaller, it also moves differently than the Inverse 3. The Inverse 3 has a distinct head element, where the MinVerse rotates entirely around the base. This is because the whole mechanism lives inside this one body piece. There is another difference to note as well. Many had mentioned their concerns about ergonomics. So in exploring the many orientations of the Inverse 3, we found this desktop orientation, which makes it so that the arms rotate initially along the tabletop. This makes it easy to rest your hand on the table if you're using a pen or if you're using a mouse attachment for the device. The arms in this configuration enable mouse use with force feedback while reducing inertia and allowing for quick, precise movements. And then when you want to manipulate objects in 3D, just lift and use full 3D space. We are still considering where the joints should be placed to distribute the weight evenly. But we did have a question. Given a workspace like this, could you even imagine a pen as your main mouse? It would be drastically different, of course, but as we test different scenarios and workspaces, this came to mind as an intriguing question. There are still many more challenges to come to bringing a device like this to its final form. As we work through the necessary software integrations and modifications to the device, subscribe, follow us, and stick around to watch as it develops.